I'm really trying to be sexy, but next to this gorgeous beauty, I mean, what can I do? Hello beautiful bookworms, my name is Katerina and welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a review of a comic series. I do believe that this series will have a continuation coming out in 2021 when, I don't know, but you can read it as a closed series and I really loved it, and I think that if Gothic sort of Lovecraftian tales are your thing and you like beautiful, beautiful drawn characters, then this is your jam. Also counting with family drama, a lot of emotions, and anti-heroines. Yes, you heard me correctly. So, the comic series that I'm going to review, I actually borrowed from my boyfriend, which I will probably steal this away forever and he will never see them again, but it's called Mercy, and this is by Mirka Andolfo, and she has other works that I personally do believe that I haven't read. If I have, please somebody correct me down below, but I think it's my first impact with her art and her stories, and I am absolutely in love with what this woman has to offer. I will show you the covers of the issues. There are some variant covers, and I don't know which variants I have, but there are others if you want to know. So this is a cover for issue 1. This is a cover for issue 2, which is my favorite. You can feel the rage. I don't know, it's beautiful, all of the gothicness. I love it. Then issue 3, issue 4, issue 5, which this purple here just, we love it. And the final issue, issue 6. Now, for the sake of not breaking my arm and not destroying these fragile things, I'm only going to hold up the first issue. So without spoiling you, Mercy is a gothic Lovecraftian sort of tale in which our main character is an anti-heroine, beautiful woman with a secret, a very deep, dark secret, which I don't want to tell what it is, but you'll find out pretty soon into the comics. And this woman is just arriving to this town where it is said that there is a monster looming, and she's just arriving with her butler in a carriage like a noble woman, and something happens. You have small town vibes, you have gothic vibes, they all dress beautifully. It's just the art inside of it is amazing. I will have to show you some of that. I was trying to search for one specific thing and I can't. Specific thing, la 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 la. Yes, look at that. That is gorgeous. Like, that's the most beautiful comic character I have ever seen. Her art style is sexy, gothic, and amazing. And the vibe of this is sort of a sad, dark tale of a small town, a family drama, of things escalating, of monsters, desire, and what it means to be a human being in the end. And I loved this comic series. As you all know, I have more experience reading mangas than actual comics, so I'm not the perfect judge to tell you if this is a perfect comic book story. However, I love the pacing of this. I love the story. I think it was wrapped up beautifully. I think there were no specific plot holes. The plot points were great. All of the characters were nice, even the ones that you were not supposed to like so much. I like the fact that we are following a female character that is not good nor evil. She's a hentai hero, and she, in the beginning, she has one view that will start to change progressively. But even in the end, you cannot say that she's completely good or completely bad, because there is no such thing. We are all gray, we all have good and evil inside of us, whatever that means. We all do things that morally are not as correct as people tell us in society, but we also do good things, or most of us do, when we want to or when we feel we should. And so I think that there are discussions that could be had reading this comic series, and I think that it's one of the most beautifully artistically done in these types of genres, which I've already told you 1,000 times what they are, so I'm not going to tell you again. I also like how this is set on like a cold setting, a very dark setting, like a winter. You can almost think Jack the Ripper sort of times, but with the threat being a little bit less human and more paranormal. And I don't know, I liked seeing the relationships between the characters. The art style of this was without a doubt its most obvious and greatest selling point at the time. Even if you don't know anything about the story, if you start seeing bits and pieces of the art style of Mirka and Dolfo's art style, you will want to read this just because of that. The coloring of this is also beautiful. There's a lot of purples and a lot of blues and all of those frozen colors that just make you feel like you're reading a dark tale by the candlelight with rain outside, which might not be the best for summer, but because here in Portugal we're just having terrible weather, I mean, it rained in July, so I think that we can read this whenever we please. We can just have one of those moments in which you want to light a candle and just get with a blanket and just read this. And if you don't want to read it now, you can read it in the winter, because it will be better. It will fill your dreams with beautiful nightmares, and I really think you should give it a chance. Of course, without actually outright spoiling you for stuff, I cannot tell you a lot about this. I have to say that the plot is not hard to follow, so you will pretty much know where you stand from the beginning to the end, and some of the plot twists are very much expected if you've read any sort of gothic tale up until today. But I think it's very worth it, not only, as I said, because of the art style, but because you can see the characters developing, you can learn more stuff of an underlying story that you don't actually know what is going on until you get to the end of the 6th issue. And I think small, beautiful things are good, like in those small portions, because then you will have the happiness of actually finishing something and knowing that it's beautiful and not having to go through fillers, which are one of the most terrible things of mankind. All in all, I think Mercy is a beautiful story, a beautiful series to actually read. I do believe that in the end of 6, it says Mirka and Dolfo's Merciless will come out on 2021. I don't know what it will be about, if it will be a direct sequel or if it will just be set on the same world with the same threat or not, or what is going on, since this first one could have an ending, and it does have an ending, a sort of mid-close ending, and so I don't know what to expect, but I'm very, very hopeful that it will be as great as Mercy is, and I think that you shouldn't miss the chance to actually know who's Mercy and what is going on in this beautiful gothic place. So if you're a comic fan and you know about Mercy, tell me something in the comments down below. Do you like it? Do you feel like my review should have hinted at some stuff? Because this is a very small series and I didn't want to spoil it, because I think that getting into it blind and falling in love with the characters, the story, and the setting is what actually conquers you when you're reading it. And if you don't know it, do you want to read it? What's your thoughts on it? Just tell me something in the comments down below as per usual. So that's going to be all for today, and happy readings to you all. Read Mercy if you can, because I really like it. Bye!